What's up, Hippo lovers? Semi-final number 1, the Viper against Mr. Liereyy in a best of 5 tournament, $1,000 for first. The other semi-final, Teto against Terra after this. Let's jump into the action and see what the maps are looking like. In the red trunks, his favorite color is the Viper. He plays as Malians. And in the green trunks, Mr. Liereyy in a very much, well, surrounded map here. Can go for very tight walls. And gold spots, well, more on the further away side, I would say. Not too pretty. Viper on the other side, more on the defensive gold. We'll have to do some big walls here at the side. Lithuanians, obviously civilization that can offer a lot. We will see Liereyy go for lots of archer civilizations here, and Lithuanians was kind of the only one that he squeezed in that is kind of force-based. Now the big question is, what does he play with that? Is it going to be men-at-arms? Is it going to be scouts? How quickly will he go up? And how will the Viper react to that with his Malians pick? This is the time where I ask you for predictions. The Viper left-hand side, the right-hand side, Mr. Liereyy. I will go for 3-1 for the snake. 3-2 I see, 3-1, 3-2, and side confused, 3-1, 3-1, 3 equal, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-0, 3-1, 2-3, 2-3, 3-0. Okay. So some Liereyy fans here as well. Love that so many people are tuning in, guys, on this lovely Sunday. As you know, it could be a long day of Age of Empires. 2 best of 5s, 1 best of 7 ahead of us. Phew, I already prepared my dinner.
Rogan?
Fox Bro, hey yo. I'm a Liereyy fan, but I said 3-0. Yeah, if we ask about predictions, it's what do you think, what's the likely outcome, not what are you hoping for. So all good in the hood. Double mill incoming. Well, if you start with a mill on the deer in the back, that is a very likely scenario. That one comes in here. And Viper, actually, that looks like a drush to me, no? Why are you building the house so far at the front? And rush into flush, a strategy that he likes a lot. Tactical pause to begin with. Those balls are so unfortunately far. Yeah, but Liereyy got them in time, so no problems. The prediction, if you just based on a feeling or a guess, well, it's also a feeling, right? If I ask you, we are playing roulette and there's no zero, or let's say flip a coin, and I ask you what's going to be there, heads or tails, and you say something, that it's always a feeling, right? I would be surprised if you like calculate, okay, there's this and that, that's the win, that's how he flips it, and then you go for a justified answer of heads. Need should cast bias 2 AM, since no secret team anymore. Okay. You can pause up to 10 times, right? Yeah, in the game, technically you can, but obviously there will be a reason for pausing here. It's not like you will just constantly continue pausing in this one. May you change the color? I have no chance to divide them in battles on the minimap. Sorry if it's already been addressed, decided against it. The typical colorblind people. I think that is fair. Especially because we don't have the yellow color here for... the Viper, so no signature color there, and then we're doing the colorblind people. A small favor. The nearly chat interaction, aside from the good casting, a solid reason for this channel in the best AoE channel. Really? Really? Okay. Why is there no secret anymore? Exclamation mark secret. Secret is still there, don't get confused, but the Age of Empires team is not with them anymore. How would you like a mirrored map, mirrored Civ best of 7 between some of the top players? Could be interesting in terms of when they do what they do differently. You know that we had a mirrored map show match already once, right? Who was it? It was MBL versus Viper. Actually, well, there's some good games in there as well. I think it becomes too repetitive. Drush now coming in. Liereyy with the quick one. Nice job here. Did see it pretty damn late, but still made it happen. That was nicely timed here for sure. Liereyy plays pop 21. Goes for Man-at-Arms himself. At least that's what I thought, but he is actually not producing anything. What is this build-up? Barracks, but not producing? I have no idea. Is this an archery range now to follow this one up? Feels so weird. And yeah, he goes for archers as Lithuanians. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think Liereyy realizes melee pathing is much better. He's sticking to his archers if other than Lithuanians. Well, he even was an archer player when we had the best pathing ever on Ovalle, right? So I think he might just be drafting Ovalle civs, not DE civs. I don't think he took that into big consideration, yeah. Don't they get free thumping? No, that's a different civilization, my man. Lithuanians get 150 food at the start. That's their main thing for this matchup. To task other civs with the extra thumping at the start. Will you play on the zone tomorrow? I'm keen on playing with against you. Not unlikely, but I will have an NC zone special coming up next week. I will announce it tomorrow though. And yeah, maybe we can get something rolling there. Failed rush, interesting. Oh, was it really that failed? Forced a lot of walls. Liereyy didn't really get a lot of scouting out. The rush is still alive. He got a good scouting intel, saw everything. I think, well, failed or something different. Obviously, it was not he killed a villager or something big, but that's something that shouldn't really happen on this level anyways. Viper double archery range. I hate this positioning so much, but apparently it's good. I think I would always drop them here. Just create a bit of a wall, but yeah. If there was one guy other than Viper I want to win a tournament, it's Liereyy. Okay. Guys, do you know who I would love to see win a tournament? Who I would really love to see a tournament? Other than the Viper? Myself. Yeah. Okay, can we check Fog of Wars for both players? Well, not too much to see, right? Liereyy, he is now deep in the woodline here, and Viper did scout everything earlier with his Drush, so makes a lot of sense that they're both seeing a lot. Meanwhile, the aggression here at the front. And, well, that one could be stopped. Viper, oops, gets only one shank in there. And now gets fletching rolling for himself. Both players went for the bow's standard economy upgrades. What about Viper's wood control? Well, it doesn't look too bad here, I would say. One gold in the back there. Skirms against Lithuanians. This is GG. Okay. Mr. Dude, see you next game. Archer still sneaking around. Viper trying to find something. At that moment, the only way Hera will win a tournament is if Viper loses to Yo in a semifinal and then Hera beats Yo in grand finals. Okay. Someone didn't watch E-Paradise. Someone didn't watch... what was... Hera did win 2 tournaments, no? What was the other one? I don't know anymore. Okay, those archers finally found. Viper should easily out-micro those, or actually, well, simply have a bit of better numbers. Tries to dodge those. Does so much damage. Doesn't want to lose a single archer. That's Viper's main mission here. Okay, loses one. And now should probably send those archers away. And indeed, let the skirms do the rest of the job. Hera's so young, lots of potential. Yeah, with the E we have a lot of good youngsters, right? Just think about it, like Dark, 2.1k, 15 years old. We still have Liereyy, 18 years old. Hera, I think 19 years old or something. So, yeah, obviously they still have a lot of years in front of them. Where on the other side, days are kind of counted for the old guys like Capot, Stout, me. Hera's 20 fake? Okay. And Hera 21? Okay, we can look it up. Thought he just started university. They restarted with smaller 15? Well, so did I. So did I. Okay, double stable switch now by Mr. Liereyy. Uptime here 2034. Pretty solid. He's now going for skirms. Doesn't want to die. Viper on the other side goes for lots of crossbowmen. So this goes a bit differently, right? Well, actually, no. It was a bit of switcheroo, but now they are going for the army that makes a little more sense for them. Let's go into Liereyy's POV and see how many relics he spotted. He did see 2 at the left-hand side. There are 2 more at the right-hand side and 1 other one at the left-hand side. Viper gets a scout off of all those skirms here at the front. Is Liereyy still underage for a drink? He is 18 since January or something. Yeah. How can he not go for latest? They're so OP. Well, not OP enough, my man. You still need to get a castle, which is pretty damn expensive, and even then you have production out of 1 single castle. So latest more of an imp unit than something you can go for in Castle Age. Some more villages on gold. Viper goes for 11 on gold with the gold upgrade. Quite surprising to me. Keeps 2 skirmishers here. Viper tries to move out with the archers. Feels a bit risky. Liereyy completely walled here. Will get the TC up at the front. Now drops the monastery as well. I think Viper's in some problems. Archers still moving forward. That's a horrible move. Why did Viper move out here? He was not walled. He didn't have any intel on the army positioning. Simply didn't think Liereyy would move out here. He is just moving out. We'll probably drop a TC over here. And we'll then control the gold. Still not the biggest amount of losses, but I think even adding that scout doesn't make too much sense to me. Liereyy now with the +1 defense. Already has bloodlines. Scum still annoying at the front. TC indeed dropped. Not my favorite placement, but okay. Market now as well. What is Viper up to? That feels a bit weird. Crossbowman, Botkin as well. Whew. What is Liereyy's biggest strengths? Well, people say micro. I would say cleanness as well. Yeah. Any Africans in chat? Well, Viper's Malian, right? Oh, village at the wrong side. That's not great. What are you doing with her? Just letting her die? Most likely, right? Maybe open this one and try to sneak out? Not going to happen. Ugh. What is Neely's biggest strengths? Being passive-aggressive towards passive-aggressive questions. Yeah. Or insulting people in the chat without them knowing. Angered. Potato. Uh-oh, that knight is going in. Oh, but needs to be delayed, yeah. Is that a strength? Maybe not. Maybe not, yeah. You're right. Okay, monastery now as well. Viper tries to rush out ballistics, has the resources for it. Once the university finishes, and then should really fly in there. Let's take a look. Oh no, that's actually Siege Workshop. No, university in the back. I did see that correctly. There we get 2 relics. Well, he has 1 for now. Is not unlikely to get the second one. 1 villager down here. Knights at the moment. +1/+1. Viper's trying to save his crossbows. Now will get home. 2 villagers ahead for now, but might lose all of his army. Whew. Why no score showing? It shows 0-0. That's your question. Or 3,120 to 3,237. Nearly roasting his own sets in 1999. Yeah, okay. Can you show Liereyy versus Viper exploration? Who sees more relics? Well, we did see Lierey's for quite a bit. Viper on the other side did see 2 at the side. None of them spotted the one at the top. Liereyy, did he see more at the left now? Yeah, did see the others. So might even get up to 4. Already controlled 3 relics. Good for him. One of the most repetitive questions is where's X thing on the overlay, which is clearly there. Haha. Haha. Yeah, well, it's not that easy, right? Normally you think the score is down here at the right hand side and you don't find it.
Rogan?
Nilly sub, nilly high.
Mental Madness, what a fitting name. If you ever feel like freeing up your nickname, I might buy it off you. Monks going for some conversions. Villagers very aggressive here as well. Liereyy collecting relics. Well, it is Lithuanians, right? Every relic collected means another attack on the knights. Now wants to jump for it. Second defense upgrade is coming in as well. Viper with a dance though. 1 monk behind this. 4 camels, 3 camels. Second monk coming in as well. Viper's trying to micro this one out. Mangnul coming from behind as well. Liereyy with a good positioning, but is the damage output enough? Doesn't really look like it himself. Didn't even research forging yet. Feels like, okay, +3 is enough. But honestly, I think going for some help on your own without the relics could really help out. Viper with a nice hold here. The hill control got some conversions himself. And now is clearing up all the monks. Looks good for the snake. Is 10 villagers ahead behind this one as well. Liereyy, did he really need to take this fight? Honestly, against the hill without any conversions?
Much love.
Whew. Metal at arms. GG, my man. Viper with a solid villager lead now. Takes the hill advantage there as well. And that was just some camels mixed in. Some perfect conversions as well. And Liereyy in the open ground taking the fight. That was really confusing to me. Only now gets forging. 4th relic here at the side. He knows about it, but didn't really go for it yet. Siege Workshop now under some danger. Viper relatively split with all his crossbowmen at the front. Mangnul shoots uphill. 1 shot there into the face of 2 crossbows. That they are taking it like the true crossbowmen they are. Liereyy still sits at 2 TCs. Nice observation there. Some Mangnul dance, but Viper just sends everything in. Gets the kill quite easily there. Pretty damn solid KD for a guy that goes for crossbowmen against a guy that goes for the Lithuanian knights. But it's just safe for now. Some crossbow will take some fire, but not a lot of damage output from that TC. Siege Workshop will die here as well. No Mangnul production anymore. Liereyy not even having the second wood upgrade. Now decides to go for the counter attack, but Viper is looking pretty solid here. The 3 TC setup, some woodland exposed. Goes for another stable. Interesting move. Interesting move. This hill is nasty. Yes, it is. But Liereyy could have been the one camping it. There's a very hilly Arabia. Yes, it is. Let's see that often. All this area, as you can see now in the minimap. Let's take a look here. Conversions at the top. Gets 1. Doesn't get a second one. Crossbow now defending. Mangnul's not really getting the shots in. And Viper just microing against this. Has some camels, has some knights, sends some more forward. Liereyy is jumping again. Is getting a good positioning in there. That looks pretty damn good for him. Viper in some problems. Didn't really have the monk numbers anymore. Only getting 1 conversion was probably not enough. More camels are coming over. Liereyy with a nice clear up, but still over 20 villagers behind. Viper just needs to go for the camel production and shouldn't be looking too bad, but upgrades. 0-1 on those camels, and the knights, as you can see, +4 attack, +2 defense here. They can take fights against those camels. Nice hold here so far. by our youngster. 3 TCs against 3 TCs. Not a lot of wood in the bank here for Liereyy. Keeps everything at the limit. Viper floating a bit of wood. Knight's now going in for the raid. Viper, 17 villagers. 2 could die there technically. Let's see how he's jumping this one. And yeah, 2 can't fit in. But ooh, Liereyy doesn't even go for the kill. Meanwhile, defense over here looks pretty damn rock solid as well. Viper, can he save those 2 villagers? Wouldn't surprise me too much. Sends them away. So good for him. Camel's now coming over for the defense. In range of the TC. Meanwhile, Camel's dealing with that one. Was quick walling there. Viper with a small misstep. Camel actually might save itself. No, it won't. But just coming over. So much raid now going on. Tries to go for the gate. Didn't really help out too much. Viper needs more upgrades on his Camels here. As you can see. Okay, now he got +1, +2 on those. Liereyy with more raids at the top. But those not doing too much. Maybe defensive monastery could help the Viper out. Who's now going full Camels. Villager difference down to less than 20. Liereyy doing a good job of coming back into this game. But still, 2 eco upgrades ahead. Here is the Viper with lots more aggression through the center. Noob question. The building is killed and it has a unit queued up. Does the player lose the resources? No. It's getting back onto the bank. Same goes for upgrades. You only lose the resource if you cancel a building, then you get the percentage back that's not being built. But if your opponent is killing a building while you're building it, you'll lose the full price. Liereyy getting the relic? Indeed. That will put him to +6 attack and castle age. Speaking of professional players, Mr. Vicious Marauder flying in. Hi to you as well. I listed you as one of my favorite people to go onto a 3-month hiking trip. Together with We'll Work for Ice Cream. You think that could be enjoyable for you? We'll work for ice cream and the 2 of us. Sounds a bit scary, but sounds a bit nice as well. Why isn't Viper going for the relics? It is a mistake. Can't argue with that. Dave is just here for subbing, not for communicating. Okay, I will allow it. Yeah, it's actually funny how people misplay against Lithuanians, in my opinion. And aren't going enough for the relics. Viper still wants to push through the center, which makes a lot of sense, right? Pikeman upgrade is something that is really lacking, though. Is he still going for full Spearman without the Pikeman upgrade? What's happening? Okay, finally he gets the Pikeman upgrade. Did you say 3 months hiking trip? That was the question in chat. I didn't make the rules. Just like I had to pick 2 AoE pros. And obviously you're an AoE pro, so I picked you. Can Liereyy win by holding our relics? Actually, that's not the winning condition here. We play with Conquest, so win the game by destroying all enemy villagers, military units, boats and buildings. So you can't win by relic victory. It's very untypical for tournaments to have relic victories. Who wants to see a tournament that's decided by a timer? No one. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I'm gonna need someone fatter than I can eat if we get lost in the woods. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, if a bear spots us, someone that walks slower. Makes a lot of sense as well. Knights have 10+5. No, they have 10+6, my man. And Viper, look at this production. Just crazy. 6 barracks. What does he have? 5 archery ranges, 7 barracks, 6 stables. This looked like the deathmatch opening, guys. Just crazy production. Oh yeah, the Red Bull tournament has a time limit. I completely forgot about that. Okay, next raid coming in over here. 3 pikemen should be able to deal with that one, though. They really try to click on the crossmen, but too low. of HP, the knights here, and I think we need to see some more skirmishers mixed in with the crossbows military count at the moment. 37 to 15, so massive lead for the Viper, who's still sitting at 3 TCs as well. Camels could come in for another raid. Knight actually, and that's an underappreciated thing. Like a Frank Knight gets 2 extra line of sight and still doesn't see it. But if he was sitting over here, a Frank Knight could see it, but he couldn't see it. Yeah, simply with the extra line of sight there. What was my train of thought when it comes to playing against Lithuanians? Obviously, Lithuanians get such a big bonus by getting the attack for their cavalry that I think the anti-Lithuanian player has to focus relics as much as well. So I think Viper under-focused on the relics there. Should have gotten at least 2 or 3 himself. Well, that one is super safe, but I think that could have been a better play by him. But still, he is a 40 population lead, right? It looks pretty good for him. Look at how many idols Liereyy has at the moment. 40 island villages. We see just a full production here. Viper now finally sends the villagers to the front. Wants to control that area here and floating enough stone to even build a second castle behind this one. Still raids continuing, but Viper already sending some units in the back. Liereyy still lacking the second wood upgrade. Viper lacking the second farm upgrade, as you can see at the top. More stuff going down there, and score looks pretty ugly now. 9.6 to 7.9k. More night raids coming over, but Viper... What? How did that house... Did he delete? That house just went down. And Viper, I think, might have focused that one to build another castle there. Liereyy sees... okay, is that a get out of your game, Castle Viper? Well, then I will type the magical letters and give you the 1-0 lead here. What an interesting game. Lithuanians against Malians here. A lot of switcheroos. Viper wasn't really punished at that move. Crossbows didn't do too much. And then we had this one horrible engagement for Liereyy. Into monks, into camels, into the hill. And didn't really have the attack upgrades himself. Did have 2 relics, but that was not enough. And yeah, just Viper sitting nicely there. Then was pushed back a bit, but Liereyy had to play 2 TCs for way too long here. Against the 3 TCs of Viper did fall behind in economy. And Viper could just mass so much here in Castle Age. Lovely, lovely play by the Snake. Nothing else expected though. Plus 20 KD for Liereyy because he's got so many smaller units for himself, and well, we see more of everything for the Viper. That easy, because he had the 20 villager lead. 4 relics though for Liereyy. Even more impressive that the Viper still had the gold lead then. And yeah, setting himself up quite nicely for this full set. Let's take a look at the remaining civilizations.